All right. So, hello, welcome. Just a little lesson on helping someone. I'll make it simple, like a someone, but it could be a group or an institution or whatever. But here we'll just think about someone and comparing helping somebody, which we're going to assume here is successful helping, because we might have a sincere intent to help, but it doesn't quite pan out in terms of the results. But nevertheless, I'm helping someone, whatever that is. Get a job, learn life skills, learn a language, learn martial arts, help them fix their car, whatever the helping is, right? Help them get their life straight, maybe in a more grand sense. And then we have enabling. And quite often people have this challenge of, I know that I'm pure of heart and intention and I have some resources and I'm trying to help so and so, right? But I might be enabling them because here's my whole history of all the stuff that's going on. And it seems to me that some of what I'm doing, which is pure hearted and generous, has actually been enabling. And that's not what I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be helpful. And that can be a hard thing to kind of figure out. Like, have I, in fact, been just enabling somebody through their, let's say, addiction or what have you, or have I been helping them? The idea here isn't to figure out, was the help successful, because it may be and it may not be, and it's nice to kind of learn what kind of help could be most likely to be helpful in given circumstances. But the idea here is to kind of get a way to suss out whether or not what you intend to be help is actually enabling as compared to helping. And I would say that if we are enabling somebody, we're kind of doing the actions of helping, but they're not ultimately helpful enough to help that person recover themselves or return or renew or renovate or build whatever it is they're building in terms of their life. So the sort of actions of enabling and the actions of helping are quite similar, but they're sort of a degree. What I'm trying to do is help, but I'm only able to get as far as enabling, not to actually help. So now I'm thinking, well, that's all I could give. That's my time, that's my money, that's my attention, whatever it is. Those are my skill sets. That's as far as I can go. I might like to help, but I'm only able to enable. And the actions, my intentions are very similar. Maybe they're the same, but the amplitude or duration is different. So, as an example here, or a visual, is if Dave was falling, and so in martial arts, I might be throwing him or something, but let's say I'm connected to him, right? And it doesn't really matter in some way, which of course could be emotional or by blood or something when we're talking about enabling. But if I'm connected to him in some way and Dave starts to fall, I might be able to slow his fall, right? So that was a slower fall than if Dave, if you could just fall for me, right? And of course that might be a little bit more painful or dangerous or something, the way he fell now. The previous one, the first one I did, he did much the same fall, but much less likely to be violent and dangerous, right? It was a little kinder fall. But you still did your fall. I just slowed your fall because I just enabled you to fall, maybe with a little bit less fear or little bit less suddenness or a little bit further into the future was the actual fall. So did I help you? No, I just enabled you. Or we could say I helped you fall and crash, but that's not really the help that we're trying to do. If, for example, Dave starts to fall and for whatever reason, and I'm in a situation that I actually can keep him from falling, right? That's help. I've helped you not fall, right? And I did, in terms of principles, pretty much the same thing as I did the first time. I just was in a better position, had better resources. Maybe I saw it coming, I had more experience with it, and I was able to actually help you prevent the fall. That's help, right? My intention was the same, but that very first time I basically failed, right? I let you skid into, a bad place or dangerous place or um, whatever it might be. So one way to kind of check on this is, let's say, for example, uh, Dave will last time here will be falling slowly, and I'll be kind of enabling him. One of the things for me to notice here is that my structure is damaged or injured, or in that case, defeated, right? I lost my own balance, my own structure, my own place in the world through trying to help you, but just enabling you to fall. So the thing to watch for is when you, in the moment, you might not be clear on, is this help or is this enabling? Because I don't know quite what my resources are, how this is going to pan out in this circumstance. Are you going to punch me as I try and grab you? Like, I don't know exactly all the details, but I can notice that through my, let's not have you fall all the way just to be nice to you. As he starts to fall, if I start to lose, this is when I need to tend to my own structure, my own balance, and not commit to grabbing onto the person that's going to pull me under so that they're not injuring me and themselves. Because at that point, they're committed to the fall. And I don't need to have them slow that to delay the ultimate crash or the rock bottom or whatever it is. I just need to recognize that, oh, not measuring by how this is turning out or measuring by my intent. I really mean well. I really mean, I'll help you. I'll pick you up when you're drunk another time or whatever it is. Instead, I'm just saying, hey, this is not, hang on. Like, this is what it's doing to me. It's pulling my resources out. Now, I may have a lot of resources to give. Like, I'm a big, strong martial artist guy, so maybe I can give a lot of resources, but you're also a big guy, right? So you might overwhelm them. And that's not a knock on me. It's not, I'm a bad person. It caught me a little off guard. I was a little depleted. I've gotten arthritis. I'm sick that week. I was busy helping other people, like all kinds of reasons I might not be able to help. But to measure the difference between enabling and help is to recognize that they're much the same thing in terms of intention and process, but the extent of them is a little bit different, the duration. And to measure which is to kind of look at the self. Am I losing my balance in my life? Am I losing my structure? Am I losing my um, sense of centeredness through my wonderful intent to help? So thank you, David. Appreciate it.